The Chicago Blackhawks have revealed a brand new third jersey, and it's a jersey that fans have been wanting back for a very long time, the black third jersey. So, now that it's back, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Before we do so, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. So here it is. This is the jersey that Hawks fans have been wanting back since they basically got rid of it in 2009. Now, the first thing that I actually want to say about it is not about the jersey itself. It's about the video that they released when they announced that they were revealing these jerseys or bringing back these jerseys. Because if you don't know, most teams do release a video and then they'll release pictures when they reveal a brand new jersey. And 99% of the time, I hate the videos. I find them completely useless because they're always super fast paced. There's a ton of cuts. You can barely tell what's going on. And it's always like super zoomed in shots of the jersey as well. So you don't really get a good look at it really ever. And it's always in very specific lighting that, doesn't really, show the jersey very well. I just hate those videos. I really don't like them almost every single time except this one. The video that the Hawks released with this one was hype. Like it was so hype. I was surprised. I was like, damn, this is sick. Like, this is awesome. I think it got me more excited about these jerseys coming back than I initially was before. So I guess good on them. And it's not even like they did a phenomenal job showing off the jersey, to be completely honest, in that video. They really didn't show it off super well. They mostly actually showed off older clips of them wearing the jersey. And I think it works specifically with this jersey here because, yeah, they didn't make any changes to it. This is just their old jersey from 1996 till 2009, just imported into the Fanatics template. That is all they did. They made zero changes to it. And usually I am not a massive fan of that. Usually I like when they, modernize it slightly just because, I like to keep things a little bit fresh with my jerseys. And I think that opinion is because I'm a jersey collector. If I see an old jersey that I like, I'll just buy the old jersey. I don't mind buying the older school jerseys. I know some people prefer buying the newer ones, but yeah, I don't mind diving into the Cohos and the CCMs and all of that, which does tend to make me want teams to change it up a little bit when they are bringing back those old jerseys, even if it is a very small change. I think the best example of that is the Vancouver Canucks black skate jersey. They didn't make a huge change to that jersey from the original, but the striping is different and it has those debossed V's, so I think that is very cool. But with this Blackhawks jersey here, I'm actually kind of okay that they kept it pretty much the exact same. Just updating it to the Fanatics template and, obviously adding the ad patch, which does suck, but, that's on their jerseys right now anyway, so it's nothing new. But yeah, I think maybe the reason why I don't mind them not changing anything is because this jersey's sick, man. It's just a really, really solid jersey. Honestly, I want the Blackhawks to just have this as their home jersey. I would much prefer the Blackhawks to be in black than in red. And I know that's maybe sacrilegious for some people. And, especially because I know a lot of people don't like black jerseys just because there are so many of them. And there are a ton of black jerseys for sure. But I love this jersey. And I mean, I don't think I'm in the minority there. I think most people do love this jersey. But yeah, I totally prefer this jersey over their home jersey. And I would totally be okay with them using it just as a home jersey. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. The Blackhawks don't like to change their jerseys ever, so yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyways, let's take a closer look at the details on this jersey. We'll start off with the crest. So the centerpiece of this jersey is the iconic Blackhawks logo. The crest is executed with detailed chain stitch embroidery, maintaining the exact specifications from the original 1996 to 2009 run. Against the black jersey, this logo achieves maximal visual impact and represents one of the most striking presentations in all of hockey. So, I mean, it is just the Blackhawks crest. Nothing really new there. Once again, though, it is always nice that there is the chain stitching in the logo. That is by far the best part about the Blackhawks logo. Just the actual detail of it is very nice. The next slide that they have is of the jersey. So when you hold this jersey, you're holding nearly 30 years of electric moments, which is kind of what they highlighted in that video that I was talking about at the start of my video. Yeah, their little presentation video did have those electric moments that they're talking about, for that 1996 to 2009 run. The same signature techniques, the same unmatched quality, the same bold declaration that when you create something this iconic, you don't mess with the formula. Which is kind of the Blackhawks brand, right? They don't like to change anything really at all. They're one of the original 6 teams that don't like to do that. But yeah, they kind of showed that with their Centennial home jersey this season, right? It is so similar to just their regular home jersey. It's basically just a gold outline. There's a few other things as well, but just a gold outline around the logo and the numbers. And that's their Centennial Celebration jersey. And so I do understand, them not wanting to change it because it is so iconic and so many people love it. For me, though, I do like when they change things up, especially for something like a Centennial Celebration. However, this jersey right here, it's not necessarily part of their Centennial Celebration. I haven't really shown you guys the shoulders of this jersey yet, but it does not have the Centennial patch on this thing, not at all, which we did know about when this jersey was leaked. I think, a month ago or whatever it was. We covered that on the channel when this jersey was accidentally sent out to a fan. And at the time, I was disappointed that this jersey didn't come with a Centennial patch because I assumed it was going to be part of their Centennial Celebration. And even though it is, being worn this season, it's being worn during their Centennial season. I don't really think that it's supposed to be just solely part of their Centennial Celebration. Now, they haven't said anything specific about this jersey being worn in future seasons, but the rumor is that it will be worn for another 3 years after this one. So it is sticking around from at least the rumors, which is nice because I think it should be sticking around because it is that nice of a jersey. Now let's go on to the shoulder patch. So the secondary logo, each shoulder features the classic Blackhawks secondary logo in a circular patch design. The patches maintain period correct sizing and placement, executed with chain stitching and embroidered detailed work that matches the quality and authenticity of the primary crest. So yeah, it is the secondary logo that, is on all of their jerseys pretty much. And yeah, it does always look nice. I do like this logo a lot. As you guys can tell, I have the jersey and I have a hat with it. So I do like the secondary logo for the Blackhawks. I think it's a nice secondary logo. And then we can go to the back where it has the name and number. Player names and numbers are rendered in the classic black style font that defined the 1990s and 2000s hockey aesthetic. Numbers appear on both the back and arms in traditional white with red trim, creating bold visibility and authentic period styling that made these jerseys legendary the first time around. And then if we want to just take a look at the stock photos that they have, so here is the front of the jersey, and then here is the back with Bedard on the back there. So yeah, it's a very nice looking jersey, right? It isn't too crazy. It's basically just their away jersey, just color swapped, obviously, with the black being the main color instead of the white. But yeah, it looks really nice. Now, in terms of how many times they're going to wear this jersey, this is the schedule right here. So they are going to be wearing it 7 times this season. And the first time is going to be on November 28th. So just in a couple of days here. And then, yeah, like I mentioned, they didn't really confirm that it was going to be sticking around past this season. But what I've seen online and what other people have said, it does seem like it is going to stick around past the season. It's not just going to be a 1 year thing, which is deserved. It should be longer than just 1 year. But my final thoughts on the jersey is, good job, Chicago. You finally listened after, I know, a long time of people asking for you to bring this jersey back. And not just Chicago fans. I think, other just jersey fans in general and hockey fans wanted this thing back because it is so nice. They finally listened. They brought them back. And already, these jerseys have sold out. Or not really sold out. Well, they sold out on the team store. I don't think they've sold out on the NHL shop. Oh yeah, no, okay, they have almost sold out on the NHL shop as well. They just have the smaller sizes, 46 and below. So just the really short people can still get this jersey. But outside of that, yeah, these have already sold out, and it's only been a day or two or whatever it's been. So yeah, these have gone very, very quickly. I assume there'll be a restock. So I don't think you need to panic. Don't think you need to try and buy one online for, I'm assuming they're going to pop up on eBay for $500 because that's what always happens, unfortunately. These will probably be restocked, so I don't think you need to panic about that. But yeah, obviously these have sold extremely well already, so yeah, I don't know what took them so long. I think they finally realized that, yeah, they should probably do this, and here it is. So yeah, very nice jerseys. Give them a 9 out of 10, honestly, maybe a 9.5. Very, very high up on my list. Now, am I going to buy one of these? No, I don't think I will, even though I just glazed the jersey for, however long this video has been. Not going to buy this one, probably just because it is going to be more expensive than I really want to pay. If I want this jersey, I'll just buy one of the older ones, to be honest, because I can usually find one for cheaper. In fact, I did actually have the Reebok version of this jersey a while ago. It had Andrew Shaw on the back, and I ended up selling that one. But yeah, if that one is still up on Full Moon jerseys, which it might be, it was only $65 or something. It was pretty cheap. So I'll probably just go with that one over this one here. I don't need it in the Fanatics version. I'm okay with taking it in the older versions. I'm all right with that. But yeah, anyways, those are just my thoughts. Let me know your guys' in the comments down below. Are you happy that these are back? Are you upset that these are back? Probably not. But if you are, I'd love to hear why. That would be very interesting. I have not seen any person say that they don't like these jerseys. I think I've only seen praise with these jerseys. But Anyways, though, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all my social medias. See you guys next time. Bye.